Hey everybody, WWDC is over. I'm not gonna lie, I think it may be the craziest event that we have ever seen. Well, in a long time. In a long time, I'll leave it at that for right now. Literally so much was announced. We got a new iPad Pro, new iMacs, a new iMac Pro, something called a HomePod, which is a speaker that sits in your home, and then there's also new MacBook upgrades in addition to iOS 11, macOS 12.13, tvOS 3 or 4, and watchOS 4. This event, some would say, was mad lit, and I want to go ahead and talk about just the hardware that was announced right now. Of course, videos on iOS 11 will be going up all throughout the day, so if you want to see those, hit subscribe, hit like on this video, because we will have lots of coverage on iOS 11. In fact, a little sneak peek of what we're about to look at later today. Currently installing the iOS 11 beta here on my phone, in addition to my iPad over there. All right, first up, the iMac was upgraded, and Apple does a great job with marketing, because these iMacs are incredibly good looking. They got some spec upgrades as far as that goes, but also if they show a picture of the back and the sides, which it actually doesn't look like they have on here, the new iMacs were actually updated with, I think, 2 USB-C ports, or Thunderbolt 3, which are going to allow for those crazy fast data transfer speeds. And one of the big draws for the new iMacs were this improved display. It gets up to a very high number of nits, maybe in the 5,000 or 6,000. So, I mean, this screen, which is an older iMac, gets pretty bright, but the new screens are supposed to become even brighter, which is exciting for anybody looking to upgrade to one of these new machines. So iMac, not a huge story there. The big story came, well, we switched tabs here with the iMac Pro. This is basically taking the Mac Pro's place, and the spec upgrades available on this machine are insane. The base model starts at just around $5,000, so it's going to be very, very expensive. But if we scroll through some of these photos, let me go ahead and flip it around so you can get a better look. It's a beautiful machine. You might notice one of the things right here is that it's space gray. So space gray is going to look pretty insane on an iMac. Very good looking, insane design, beautiful GIF right here we can look at, and it's definitely geared toward pro users. This is not going to be your iMac that you put in the family room just for fun. This isn't going to be something that you buy to play around with. This is geared towards pro use. With development for VR and AR, virtual reality, and augmented reality, Apple really took a step forward and basically answered our prayers, or our questions regarding a powerful Mac for pro users. So that's a thing. We also got upgrades in another area. A home speaker that was rumored before the event also arrived. It's called HomePod. The name is very, very strange. The name is weird, like HomePod. There probably could have been a better name, but this is what we're looking at right here. I want to show you all the pictures of how it's going to look. I don't want to play that video so it doesn't get copyrighted, but this is a great image of HomePod. It's like a combination of this thing and the Amazon Alexa. This is a Sonos speaker. Apple actually called them out during the keynote, and we got this, which is HomePod. So very, very interesting. I want to hear your thoughts on HomePod down below. This is Apple's all-new Siri speaker, which what I think has a good design. When you're talking to Siri, you get this interface right here, which to me looks just damn incredible. It really looks stunning, and I'm excited to try it out for myself. HomePod looks pretty cool. It's going to be around $350 if I have my straight, but I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But $300+ for a smart speaker with Siri capabilities is it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to shake up the market myself, just because if the audio is as high quality as Apple is marketing it to be, I think audiophiles could get involved. And if Siri is getting better, as she was advertised to up on display, it's going to be a pretty nice looking speaker. One more thing, actually 2 more things were announced today. This thing right here, a new iPad Pro, a 10.5-inch model that looks like this. It's pretty crazy. It's not as revolutionary of a design as I was hoping for. You can see right here the bezels are a little bit thinner. This is a better photo, but they're not thinner to the point where it looks incredible, where I would totally be willing right now to just pick it up, no questions asked. And I don't know. I'm interested to hear your thoughts on this thing. This is the new 10.5-inch iPad Pro with updated everything. A big thing with the new iPad Pro is that iOS 11 has a ton of optimizations. Here's a better view of the thinner bezels. But it's not as big of an upgrade as I thought it was going to be. I was really hoping for an iPad with almost no bezels, similar to what Samsung did with the Galaxy S8. This just has thinner bezels. It only weighs a pound still getting 10 hours of battery life. But you can see right here, here's a preview of the iOS 11 dock, which we're going to dive into in just a little bit once this is done installing here on my iPhone 7. So many new iOS 11 features for the iPad. Here's another preview right here. So we got that as well. The last thing that Apple announced were some minor upgrades to the MacBook family. You got faster processors. And overall, I think the hardware announced is good. The thing that interests me the most is definitely going to be HomePod, because I think that's going to be the biggest product that comes out later this year. I think they said it's shipping in December, so we ourselves have quite a long time to wait. But it is coming, which is obviously super cool. So this is the hardware. Once again, we got that new iMac, the iMac Pro, which does look insane. It starts at $5,000, so definitely a little bit on the pricey side. We got some minor MacBook updates in addition to that 10.5-inch iPad Pro and the HomePod smart speaker. So it was a big event. WWDC is not a place where we usually see hardware, but something changed this year, and we saw a lot of it in addition to iOS 11, macOS 12.13, or 10.13, 12. I think I said 12.13 earlier, macOS 10.13, and there's just a lot to cover. So as soon as my device is done updating, I will be working on some more non-live stream videos just so they look better with iOS 11, taking a look at all those goodies in there. Keep it locked and loaded here for the latest. I've been Sam. Let me know what you think about all this announced today down below. I will catch you all in the next one. Bye, guys. You're the best.